Paul, obviously this is a really important cause and you've now brought all the boys on board with it as well.
Yeah, absolutely. I guess like a lot of us that grew up in safe families, we don't have an idea and understanding of how significant the problem is. But when you delve a bit deeper, and obviously when you pick up the Herald Sun today and read on the front page as well, so it's a significant problem, and we're really just here as a footy club to make a stand against it.
Yeah, and what about bringing the players along with you on that journey? Obviously we know about your role in the past, but helping the players, bring the players on board helps get the message out to more people.
Yeah, I think so. I think, obviously AFL's huge down here in Melbourne, Victoria, and just having the players along. But we're going to educate everyone as well. I mean, the AFL are doing a much better job in educating players, but bringing them along to an event like this. Sometimes players can be in a bit of a bubble. You're in a footy club and you don't get exposed to much outside of football clubs. So I think it's important for them to be here today, and they were really keen to do so.
Just on footy, Paul, Nathan was just saying, you sort of got right to the skills straight away, training more than they have previously at the club. What's sort of the thinking there?
Yeah, I think they did a big pre-season last year with running, and I think they were ready to take the next step into their skill-based training and obviously game plan. So, look, yeah, we've evolved and we're doing sort of 40, 45 minutes of skills now and just trying to educate the players. So it's been a good step. They're a pretty fit group. I mean, they're a younger group and they're getting better every year, but certainly now they have the ability to do a bit more skills prior to Christmas than perhaps what they have in the past.
Last year, it seemed every time we spoke to someone from Melbourne, they'd say how good a pre-season they had. Are you keen to maybe keep the expectations down this year?
Well, I mean, our expectations are to be competitive, really. I mean, we know we're 2-win and 54%, so you can't have too high expectations. I mean, you've got to climb up the ladder, you've got to take one step at a time sort of thing. So I think, and everyone has a good pre-season. How many times have we heard the blokes had a great pre-season? I mean, I'm more interested in educating now and hopefully getting to round one as a good footy team.
We've heard that famously before from some of your predecessors at Melbourne. We need to be competitive. The previous two coaches said that repeatedly. Why is it going to be different?
Well, I mean, it's hard to speak about the past. I mean, we just got to try and bring in a game style that's conducive to the top four teams. I mean, we know what that is, and we just got to try and translate it into the players. Equally know it's going to take some time. It doesn't happen overnight. So, look, I'm not here to worry too much about the past, more to sort of talk about the future.
And in terms of the captaincy, it's the process is, in terms of time frame, is that going to be, do you have a time frame in your head as to when you want it done?
Not really. Setting the standards first as a group, and then obviously giving the players a chance to watch each other, what those standards are, and then vote on the leadership group. And I suspect somewhere around February, mid-Feb, end of Feb type thing.
Any leaders standing out to you?
I've been really pleased with all the group at the moment. So I think it's just the group, and the coaches getting to know each other before Christmas, and then, we'll make the decision after Christmas.
Apart from Nathan Jones, though, is there any other realistic chance?
I'd probably have a better idea in a couple of months' time, to be honest, because I'm just starting to get to understand them as well.
Because there's been such a midfield focus in your recruiting, is that inherently a challenge to the guys that were in the midfield group from last year and before to sort of lift their game to stay in there next year and beyond?
Well, I think it's also a numbers game. You've got to have a lot of midfielders going through the midfield. You look at the best teams and that's what they do. So it's a numbers game, but also quality as well. We've got to train all the existing midfielders and get the new midfielders into the team as well.
And over the two, sort of between trade week, the listings up to free agents and the draft, are you happy with the spread of sort of inside and sort of pacey midfield?
Yeah, I think after the draft the other day, we've sort of got a good balance, some experienced big bodies through the trade, and then drafting some real quick young players.
Well, just in terms of your coaching, how's that going on a day-to-day basis, working with the coaches, and what sort of things have you guys done this pre-season so far?
Oh, look, just again, we've got new coaching groups, and most of the focus so far has been a bit about game plan, but more getting to know and relationships, them getting some trust in us and vice versa.
Is your coaching group 100% settled for the duration next year?
Yeah.
Do you have any specific plans for Sam Bleach yet? Like we've seen in the past, he's been a real impact player, goals, but hasn't.
Well, we need to get him fit first. I guess get a good pre-season. We hear that a lot, but that's really important. I got to shoot.
Thanks, Paul.